Hello everybody, how's it going, and welcome back to yet another video. I didn't close my channel. Who would have guessed that that was a joke? So, we've got a little bit here that I want to talk about. It's not a huge thing, so don't get your hopes up like we're getting some kind of fucking, you know, 40-minute trailer. It's just the tiniest of, I guess it would count as a leak. Ubisoft, don't take my channel down. I really love you, and I just want to talk about it because I really like your game. I'm sorry. Anyway, modern day for Assassin's Creed Origins has somewhat been leaked. We'll get into how it happened, what it is, etc., and we'll try and break it down as best we fucking can to push this video 10 minutes because I need more money. Anyways, let's get into it. So essentially, this dude that goes by the name of Python Selkan HD, I think that's how you say his name. I'll leave his link in the description to his channel and to the video, so you guys can go and check him out, check his video out in full, and head over there, because obviously you want to give the dude that actually got this some credit. But essentially, he was in line to play the public demo at Gamescom of Assassin's Creed Origins. While he was in line, you could look at the Dawn of the Creed Legendary Edition, which was on display, but the art book was mysteriously open on a page which showed this image of a modern day character, or, you know, modern day element of Assassin's Creed Origins. Obviously, all this art that is in this book is from Assassin's Creed Origins, concepts that went into Assassin's Creed Origins. So what you're seeing here isn't necessarily a finished product, because we've seen concept art, you know, before that looks absolutely nothing like the finished product. So this could reflect nothing, but what it does show is there is modern day in the game, and they have been archetyping, I would assume, enemy type, since this guy is, you know, all armored up. He's wearing this robe, he's got his helmet, obviously an Abstergo logo on his head, so an enemy of the Assassins, as well as holding some sort of weapon. From the angle, he's kind of got his arm pointing down. It sort of looks like a rifle, considering you can see, like, sort of where he'd rest that. I don't think that's a sword, because if it was, he'd be holding, you know, the hilt, not wherever he's holding that. It looks like he's kind of holding the handle where the trigger would be, and that makes sense that he's sort of holding a rifle. He does kind of look like a marksman type enemy, so it's very possible that this game's modern day will have plenty of enemies for us to have, you know, in the modern day storyline. So I think this is more towards the fact that we could get, and will see, a playable modern day in which we have a playable protagonist that is probably on the side of the Assassins, because let's be honest, who wants to play as the people who are, you know, shown as the enemies, unless it's a cool story like Haytham's, but we never got to play that. Anyway, that's, this is off track. It's very possible that this is one of the many enemy archetypes that we'll find within the modern day of Assassin's Creed Origins, which is very, very interesting. Now, to me, I think there's something that they might do. Just looking at this image, the way that he's got a gun, his armor looks very different from the main game. And there's two things I want to point out. One, his armor and the way that he's dressed his robes, it looks to me like he could be wearing that in order to, you know, be in an Egyptian environment. I feel like the modern day will possibly take place in Egypt. You relive the memories of your ancestor and something, you know, obviously treasure hunts, etc., etc. Classic Assassin's Creed. That's the best way to do the modern day, in my opinion, is to have the modern day play out sort of like an Uncharted scenario. Is you're treasure hunting, but the difference is the tool you're using for this treasure hunt is the Animus. And then the modern day sections play out, you know, you got the free running, you got the nice banter between characters. I think the game that did this best was Brotherhood, did the modern day fantastically, and it was definitely heading in an Uncharted style direction, and I fucking love that, so just keep doing that. It looks to me like this guy will probably be in Egypt. Just from what he's wearing, it looks like a futuristic, modern, like, Egyptian type armor that he'd just be wearing, like, to protect himself from possible sandstorms and things like that. That's just what it looks like to me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But also, something else that I'm wondering is, the gameplay of Assassin's Creed Origins doesn't really lend itself to modern day, in my opinion. You know, I think that you could definitely easily do that with things like Assassin's Creed 1 through Revelations. 3 was a little bit strange, but it still worked. And then with Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, the modern day was entirely different. Like, it was like they built a separate engine, or not a separate engine, but a separate game within the engine to run just the modern day. Now, something that I'm thinking is it possible they've done the same thing with Assassin's Creed Origins, but yet on a larger scale? So we've got, you know, a certain scale of, we've got a certain improvement of scale from Assassin's Creed you know, the previous games to Assassin's Creed Origins, and it's like they've just ramped up everything. Huge world, plenty of quests, tons to do, and it's like a way bigger game. So is it possible that they're no longer cutting corners with things like the modern day, and the playable modern day is going to play entirely differently to how we play the Ancestors storyline? So the gameplay of the modern day caters itself to the modern day, so it plays like a different game. That would be incredible, because that would mean that, you know, the modern day of Assassin's Creed Origins is pretty much perfected and polished. That's something that was always secondary to the other Assassin's Creed games, and kind of just didn't feel like it fit there in terms of gameplay sometimes. Predominantly in Assassin's Creed 3 is the one that I'm thinking here. And, you know, if they were to take the gameplay of Assassin's Creed Origins and try and put that into the modern day, it would feel very strange to me, I think, and just maybe wouldn't work. Definitely works for the Egyptian saying, but not necessarily for a modern day saying. So is it possible that they've built an entire separate game specifically for the modern day within the same engine, similarly to the way they did Assassin's Creed 4, because the modern day of that played absolutely nothing like the main game of Edward's story in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. So I do think it's very, very possible that that's something they're doing. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. But overall, this is basically all we've gotten. And obviously, it's not a huge thing to see, but it's a huge talking point that here we go. We've seen some of the modern day in Assassin's Creed Origins. I understand that people don't like leaks. I understand for Ubisoft that they're not going to like the leaks, but as fans, it's something that just gets us excited, something that we want to talk about, and we're not doing it to spite the company or, you know, ruin the game. We're doing it because we see something and it's exciting and we want to talk about it, and that's, you know, I think that's a good thing. The leak, of course, I prefer if nothing got leaked, but when something does get leaked, as fans, I don't think we can help ourselves but get involved with just the excitement and the hype surrounding that. So again, I want to reiterate that it's not obviously in spite, you know, towards Ubisoft. It's just to have excitement that we want to talk about these things. So I'll leave the links in the description. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about, you know, this leak that we've got here. Very interesting stuff to talk about, so get the conversation going. Tweet me your ideas over on Twitter. I was going to upload a quickfire topics video today, but I'm going to postpone that to Monday, just simply because this came out and I wanted to talk about this, so the quickfire topics will be Monday. So if you want to give me a quickfire topic, go ahead and tweet me as a reply to my quickfire topics tweet that I made last night. So thank you guys for joining me. Comment down in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Would really help me out. And I'll see you guys next time.